Okay, and I believe alive. Again, be like the third time testing, but I think I've got a decent quality now on this camera. I believe. Whether or not I do is yet to be seen, but I do believe that this will work. So, how's everyone doing? I mean, no one's here yet, so we'll probably actually advertise these at some point. But yeah, I'm going to start just talking to myself because that is how I go. Test these levels. Watching the 1982. Oh, I put it as Escape from LA. Well, that's wrong. Oh no. No one will notice. I'm going to quickly put in the thing. 92. And no one will be any wiser. Aha. Smooth. But I think this camera is now better than the previous one. Oh wow, it's quite loud. Previous one I was using. I'm going to be painting the Chaos Custodes. I've managed to get the undercoat on with an airbrush. I'm using model black just because it's very nice matte black. Classic John Carpenter. Use an airbrush for this. I am just going to should have prepared this really. Dry brush on. I've never painted the Black Legion before. But I painted black armor before, so that shouldn't be anything. Although the way I do it, I guess, will be ultimately different. Let's give it a go. Get my brush, my dry brush out. Get a nice dark blue, I think I'm going to go for. Abyssal blue. And a shake off camera. On camera. Crazy hands. There you go. These ones take ages. I put ball bearings in them, but they still take ages to get a good shake on them. Okay. Ooh. Where the hell am I? There the hell am I? Okay. Okie dokie. Hello, Robert, and goodbye. I guess he's on and off. Paint some Grey Knights. You know, I've got some Grey Knights I need to paint up. I built a whole load because I was well into Grey Knights for the previous edition, and I got loads of them built, like some custom Grey Knights. But I've just not finished painting them. I guess I say finished. I've not started painting many of them. But I would like to paint some more Grey Knights. They're very fun. They're not super hard to paint. Well, the way I do them is not super hard either. I guess is good. Ooh. Running into the first problem here. Can I move the... Oh, there you go. I'll just move closer into it. So, I believe they've got gold trim. I'm just going to try and get some blue black on the top. It is quite hard to see in this setup. I'm still trying different setups. Oh, here's the cat. Yeah, confused. Yeah, so I'm trying to get better setups to see if I can do something that I can still see what I'm doing, which this is on the verge of being not something I can see while I'm doing. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear the cat there. She's just come. Yeah, this is quite hard. I might have to move the mic. Oh. I don't know who Black Rabbit is. You suggest them? I guess you suggest them then. I might have a look. What kind of stuff do they do? And cheers. Thanks very much. Blending. Yeah. I don't know. I found most of mine. I cheated. Oh. Cat's messing about. I cheated with quite a lot of mine and used a airbrush, the real easy blending option. But I do like wet blending every now and then. It's quite fun. And plus you get a lot more control. See what I'm doing? Okay. Guess I don't want to be too heavy on this because I'm going to do maybe some edge highlights. I want to hit, I guess, the top side, some of these areas. This abyssal blue. So it's not a flat black. Maybe I should be stippling this on. Maybe that would work better. Anyway, this looks... Actually, now that I'm looking it back, it doesn't look like it's great quality. But maybe you want... Oh, Catman, what are you doing? Cat! That is licking walls, chasing a fly. Ow. Off there. Good girl. Sorry about that. Just being a cat. Just being a cat. I might have to move this angle of light, but then... Yeah, this isn't ideal. Okay. So this isn't the setup that's optimal for painting, as my head is now sideways. I will see if I can move this out of the way. Still get a decent amount of light in here to be... Oh yeah, that's not... Actually. Probably still get away with this. Okay, I'm not too much. Oh, it's got distortion on the mat. Okay. Well, I can try and fix that. We've got a live fixaroo. What if I put this as just that, and then I had me as tiny, but above it, and then that sit down there, and then I don't know where the other. Got another image. There you go. Something like that. Something like that. That might work nicely, unless, you know what? I put that down there. We're doing it live. Maybe not that. We'll keep it there then. Keeping it there for the time being. Where's that? Okay. Nice. Thanks very much. Thanks for that. So is this background a bit too busy then? This painting mat. I have another one which is a little bit less busy. You know what? Let's move that out as well and try the other one. I use this one because it's nice and clean, so it makes it look like I'm not a very, very messy painter. But the other one is messy. Okie dokie. So this is the actual one that gets used. Should I be zooming out? That decent enough view. Okay. I feel like that actually feels better as well, actually. Thanks very much, Duckington. Bob. Sorry. Saw Duckington. I thought it was a cool surname. I thought I'd say it, but probably not how you get referred to. Well, the Norwegians have just arrived in the thing. I say arrived, there's a burning pile and they're doing stitches. Oh wow, that looks like fake skin. I mean, it is fake skin. He's not giving them stitches. In real life. Oh, paint. Okay, yeah. I think we found it. Found the zone. Oh. Oh. Here we go. Is that too much? You can see him. He wants you to reach someone and aggravated him. I must admit, if I was working in an Arctic base, I would learn how to skate as well. That seems like the best way to get around, and I'm rubbish at a skateboard. I just fall over. Okay, so the black's looking all right. Let's see if I can get in. Yeah, okay, that's pretty much how I would be painting. Nice. Okay, I think I can paint this way. Good day, Bass. Alright, cool. Well, I will stick with this one then if this seems to be a better matte. Okay, it seems to be focusing in. I'll have to watch it back to see if the quality's decent. What I'm gonna do... Oh, move you out of the way. What am I gonna do about the black armor? The arrows over here. And then let's have a look. What is the best way to do? I might just start doing edge highlights, and then worst case scenario, I can glaze some of that blue into it. Alright, let's use... Sadly, my wet palette has run out of sheets, and I don't have any... I haven't bought any more paper. Grease-proof paper. I'm using a very rubbish alternative so far, but I might... Otherwise I'm getting no painting done. Today, Bass, I'm painting my Chaos Custodes, my Talons of the War Master. I've gone for kind of the Gal Vorbak, Argyle Tal kind of vibe. So I've added, obviously, the gun there. So it looks like he's got his gun and he's got the shield. So this is his Storm Shield version. And then I've got a couple of the spears because they're pretty good. And I've got this guy, my quote-unquote leader, if I run a leader option. I just slapped the old sword on top of a spear shaft and gave him a shield just so that I could run him as anything, basically. Don't know why. Thought that would be smart. I thought basically it looked cool. So I'm doing that. So yeah, they're my Chaos Custodes. Chaos Custard Creams. And I'm doing them because I'm thinking them as Talons of the War Master. I'm going to have to paint them as Black Legion. Yes, so the theory is... Cheers, man. Yeah, the theory is I would run them as Custodes so that Chaos get all the nice stuff. That is the plan. The absolute plan is to give them Custodes rules. Play him. Be good. I do like elite teams still. My preference is still the elite team over a horde based until load. And as you gotta have, you know, as Sam Wise would say, you gotta lighten the old load. I getting play around. Hello, Craig. Cheers, man. Yeah, Black Legion sounds like it has to be the way to go if I am indeed gonna play them as the Talons of the War Master, which I think I am. As far as I know, it's not a super complicated paint scheme. Black armor, gold trim, which everyone hates trim, but the way I've done these guys, they don't have a lot of trim. So who's winning now? Chaos. And then what someone said, red shoulder pads. I don't actually know a lot of 40k lore that much. I mean, I like chaos in 30k chaos, so I know more about 30k chaos. So I know they're obviously the Horus, the Lunar Wolves, or the Sons of Horus as they became. Actually, I don't know about the founding of the Black people. The Black Crusade, Black Legion. There you go. Nice, Corsairs. Very good. That's pretty cool. So you've gone away from Eldor just in time for them to get new models potentially. Well, not yet, but looking very likely. You're going to return to them once you get that new kill, because that's how it seems to be going. Non-compendium seems to be pretty good. Cultist. Oh, nice. You're going for cultists as well. See, I was thinking about adding some sort of equivalent Sister of Silence kill team to these guys. So I could end up running some sort of equivalent as like a cultist. I'm not too sure how I would do it. Someone suggested Chaos Sisters, and I was like, is that something that has ever happened in recorded? I think there was like one recorded sister that fell to Chaos in all the fluff. It seems unlikely, although they would look cool. It would look very cool. But yeah, I've not really thought about what I would do yet. I just got into making the main guys. So I thought I would just run 2 teams instead of running any Sisters of Silence. I like the models for the Sisters of Silence. I'm kind of tempted to get some anyway. But if I got them, I would probably just build them as are. Yeah, man, that's tough. That is tough, having just moved on, but yeah, that would be harsh. I'd feel your pain then. But, you know, brand new team would be good. Corsairs, very cool, and obviously what you were already doing anyway, but still. That would be the classic. That's part of me why I'm not painting the some of the old Aspect Warriors I've got, because I still think they're going to get a revamp soon. So I'm like, if I paint them, because I've got some old school like metal ones, and they release some new ones, I'm not sure I could be bothered painting a brand new unit of them straight away. I'm gonna save them at a time. Okay. Keep spam. Get against some elite teams. Yeah. Yeah, I like the 6-man unit. Be good. Do they get? I assume cultists get GA2 then. I've really not looked at it. It feels bad. But I'm assuming cultists are getting GA2. That's a bit. Make up for their. I've no idea. Because I can see that being quite useful, getting a bit of GA2. Make sure I'm in for it. Hats off to anyone who's mastered painting hobby setup. I think every live stream I've been doing has been trying a new camera setup, a new way of doing it. I'm honestly not sure of the best way. I definitely need to figure out a better place with the mic. Because currently It is right in the way. Ooh, they've just gone to the Norwegian sighting thing. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's a hell of a shot. I'm looking at someone's knee. There's a hand coming out of it at the same time. Great one. Heading back. I do still wish they were going to bring out the Chaos Tea. Get a redesigned kind of possessed one. Give like a couple of different options for a leader. So you can go like Dark Apostle style possessed list, but make the possessed like chunky. Basically like this. These are my idea of Chaos equivalent of possessed. Have them like a Custodes style, but maybe only allow you to take 2. And the rest has to be like a specific cultist team with a Dark Apostle. No idea what I'm saying. Oh, dropped a paint. Yeah, GA2. Oh, really? The gunner's only got GA1? I don't know why I thought they'd be all GA2. Yeah, the thing, man. It's such a classic. I actually quite like the 2011 version. They're like the prequel. That's actually I actually really enjoy that one as well. No, Kurt Russell. There's no one screaming, "Get me off of this chair," but still good. Yeah, I can see a lot of use for the GA2. If they were all GA2, like gunners, but they can't take decent guns though. Still, can they? They're all like a stubber, and they're not like guard where you can get like plasma. Unless they are, unless I've just not looked at them. I'm trying to think of the kits, and the kits are very basic, so you can't get anything decent on them. But that would be good if cultists could get plasma. That would be life changing. I would take. I'm saying this, and you can. I don't think they, but they could take plasma. That would be instantly usable. Ooh. Wendell's panicking. Can't get anyone on the radio. Heavy stubber or flamer? Yeah, the flamer. I don't know, the flamer. Yeah. It seems like unless you're getting... Torrent seems to be really situational. Even if you're facing a horde army, it seems to be... Because Blast and Torrent's so... Not good. Maybe Blast is good. But if you can get it, to get like free shots on other... Like, entirely additional shooting phase against something within 2 inches or circle is really good. It seems like a lot of people are just making sure that their units are all at least 2 inches apart so you don't get it. It kind of negates it quite a lot, which is a shame. It'd be like an overload option where you can flood more Promethium through the flamer and increase the torrent area of effect. Like if you're closer, you're almost point blank, you can get like a 4-inch. Actually, that would be ridiculous, wouldn't it? To be fair, it'd be too good. I'm not a game designer. Okay, this is not too difficult. Ceaseless heavy. Is it AP1? No, there's no AP on a stubber, is there? See, if it just had an AP1, it would then be instantly great. Because you could do reliable damage on a Space Marine. But without AP1, doesn't matter. They're still getting a 3-up save, and you're going to make them all. Because on 5s, hitting on 4s, you're going to only really hit on 2.5. So, 2. Ceaseless, maybe you're getting 3 if you roll any 1s. And then anything with a power armor save, probably making minimum of 2. I guess it's not terrible. It's a shame Ceaseless isn't that great. Ceaseless should just be balanced. Isn't that one where you can just re-roll any one instead of making it only on ones? The shoulder pad's red on Black Legion. I feel like they are. I'm going to leave them black for now. I'm not going to edge highlight them. That feels like that will be something I'm inevitably going back on. With red. Oh no. Put the dog in with the other dogs. Oh dear. Things about to get special effects crazy up in Thing World. Am I still on? Oh, I'm just about on camera. Yeah, Caesar just reroll one. Not great. I mean, it's okay, but I mean, it's not there's no relentless, obviously, which is arguably too good. I don't. As much as I like Grey Knight, I do think having relentless on all their weapons just makes them way too reliable. I guess the Stormbolt is not too good, which is why it's not so bad, but it does feel kind of just getting like if you've got dual kicking off. Oh wow, nice. If you've got dual falchions and the Stormbolt, obviously every time you're firing, you're re-rolling. Because it doesn't need to be a success, you can re-roll them all. You can just keep fishing via 6s. You need to get like a crit through. I do think it's very strong. Ceaseless isn't bad, but it's just a little bit meh comparatively. Ooh. Oh no, he's coming in to check on the dogs. Do it, buddy. I like what you see. There's my chin here, isn't it? Cool. Oh dear. Oh. Tentacle boy attack. Oh dear. Has everyone else seen yet? Oh. It's time to flamethrower. Hey Nick. We are up to the bit where the dogs have just gone nuts and the first flamethrower action's getting in. Kurt Russell has literally just cocked the shotgun and it's time to go. The tense stalking scene. The first time we get to see the proper thing full on the screen. With all its whipping tenderly goodness. Oh, that is amazing, to be fair. That would be weird as hell as an actor going into that, being like, what is that? Yep. Oh, and then it does the weird, grubby little tentacle thingy. Oh. Yeah, that's where we're at. It's a good bit. It's such a good movie. I must admit, I like most Kurt Russell films, but this is such a good one. Have you seen the remake? Not the remake, the prequel, 2011. I actually really like that one as well. I thought it was nice. I was worried that they were just going to remake the original where there was no need. But they went the other way and they just did a new one, which I thought was a good move. Better call than trying to remake classic. Had a really good job with the special effects on that new one as well. I can't remember what it was, but it was one of the first films that used that new studio. It was doing a bunch of, or a cheaper way of doing special effects very realistically. I forget the name of them. Bringing in the flamers. Ugh. Wonder how many accidents happened on set with these flamers. Oh, so this looks like it's working. Camera seems to be a bit better quality. I'm using my phone. Hooked up my phone. Try and get a decent shot so that I can do this more regularly, but have it actually look decent. And then I just need to figure out how to maneuver myself around the actual camera. I'm kind of hunched in here. Okay, I think the mic needs to be positioned better, which I'm trying to do at the moment. Oh, hello. How do, Ben? How's it going? I should see it. Oh, no, Nick, you should absolutely see the prequel is great. Yeah, the remake. It's a pretty decent one. Yeah, I'd agree. I think it's a good one. I am a fan of all Thing movies. Obviously, the original's the best, but you know. Oh. There you go. Oh. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, Ben. Ben in the videos. He does make great videos. Keep up the good work. Oh dear. I'm trying to hang the mic over my head, even though it's blocking my eyes, so that I can move my arms here and still be able to paint. I just need a better... Oh dear. There we go. This is going to sound horrible. Apologies. There we go. Maybe that's a bit better. Biffle Baffle Robble Tropples. Isn't that what it's called? Oh no. Oh yeah, Nick from Japan. You were going to go to sleep, weren't you? Oh dear. Ben from Tabletop Brothers. You're just never going to be that cool. I don't know what to say. -7. 12. 12. Oh no, paint's all dry. Okay, I think this is a better setup. Oh. There we go. If I get a bit more ASMR now. So, we're watching The Thing. Lots of people with luscious hair and beards are looking at a recording of Norwegian people placing flags. As they place the flags in the snow, little do they know, there will be an awakening. An alien. Spoiler. An alien. That's about all the ASMR I've got. We had this conversation last time about ASMR. I find it creepily invasive, so I will apologize to your eardrums for my assault of them. Yeah. Yeah, it is not a film for people who like dogs. Absolutely not. But it's a great one. Or Norwegians, because they get shot in the very beginning as well. If you like Norwegians and or dogs, The Thing, probably not for you. But if you like Kurt Russell and his amazing bouffant hairstyle, probably a good choice. Probably a good choice. This is indeed, these are my heretical Chaos Custodes. I'm trying to do them in Black Legion colours, which I understand is black. Hence, I'm doing a little bit of dark blue edge highlighting over them. And then I'm going to do a lighter blue. And then I understand it's red shoulder pads and then gold trim. Thankfully, because I've made them with very little trim, that's probably not going to be a load. Probably going to have to find places to put the gold, actually, if they're meant to be traditionally gold, black, and red. I can find places. I can do their knee pads gold, I guess. So they're still classically dark. Keep calling them Dark Legion, Black Legion. Yeah. Oh, I missed a bit. Yeah. Yeah, trims. Yeah, this is me. Yeah, I think I put them up on Reddit just because, you know, one of those kind of people. Yeah, no, I put it up on Reddit because I was like, ooh, Chaos Custodes. So they're not corrupted Custodes. I'm going for the more possessed that have killed Custodes. If you ever read, I think it's the Heretic, the first Heretic, the first Traitor, the Horus Heresy book that focuses on the Word Bearers and Argel Tal, and his the first possessed, the Gal Vorbak, and they end up fighting Custodes. They get some of their weapons, and Argel Tal starts to wield the Custodes Sentinel Spear like one-handed and stuff like that. When he comes out with a warp and he's all shattered up, basically, that is what I'm going for here. That's why I modeled them on the Greater Possessed. So two of the models are just Greater Possessed models. So that's the idea. That these beefy Greater Possessed, because I was worried that G-Dubs is never going to redo the Possessed kits. I mean, they will eventually, right? But not before they're good in 40k. So yeah, I made some. That's the aim of the, well, not the aim, that's the purpose of these guys being, yeah, Chaos Custard Creams. Yeah, I'm not too sure if Custodes could actually fall. Someone said that they're too brainwashed by Big E to actually fall to Chaos, which kind of makes sense. Again, I'm not too sure about the Grey Knights. They have more of a presence in the Immaterium, so I guess they could be targeted, whereas the Custodes have, like, don't they have like a save against psychic mortal wounds? I'm not sure if that is meant to indicate that they're more resilient. I could absolutely see Grey Knights falling because they're such a big presence, but I don't know. But I think in the lore there's only one ordered battle sister who's actually fallen to Chaos. It might be a bit of a leap to say that any of the sisters have fallen. Obviously, a Sister of Silence presumably couldn't fall to Chaos because she's got no presence in the warp, so there'd be nothing to grab onto. Oh, This is the science part, where you see the cell getting taken over, and it sort of looks like a bad game of Pac-Man, where the ghost is winning, and then cannibalizing the other ghosts. And then the program comes up with probability that one or more team members may have been infected by an intruder organism, 75%. And he's just looking really unhappy at the screen. Which I guess you would be. I mean, this is a really advanced technology. Entire world population infected. 27,000 hours from first contact. That's bad news. Bad news bears right there. Yeah, like Flood. That's what I think of them as. Kind of floody from Halo. See, that's what I thought. I thought purple makes you sneakier. Red makes you go faster. Gold is... Oh. Kurt's found some soiled undies in the... I just noticed there's model planes. They're building model planes in this in thing. I'm going to go back, see if it's a Warhammer. I bet it's not. Oh yeah, it's got model cars and a model plane. I think it's like a Revel kit. I've never noticed that before. That's pretty cool. How would you pass the time if you were on an Arctic base? What project would you complete? I guess you would take some models with you. Maybe I shouldn't be painting these black. Maybe I should be painting these gold so there's more gold on it. The problem with not using an actual Chaos model. Good thing is no trim to actually paint. But I've still got to make it look like there's trim. Hey, you're right, Phil. How's it going? Got anything more fantasy based? I've got my custom Vermin Lord, but I've not started painting him yet. Here we go. So I could paint him, but I'd have to turn on the airbrush, and that would be very noisy. That was the plan. You know, different figures, twisted versions of. I think, as far as I know, the Immaterium only infects people with like a heavy presence in the warp. So Tau, it's from what I understand, it's quite hard for Tau to be corrupted by the warp because their presence in the Immaterium is so faint that there's nothing for the demons to cling on to. Only stuff with strong, like the Eldar, are likely to be corrupted. I don't really know. I'm talking like I know a lot by it. I really don't. Figured out that the dead bodies really dead. It doesn't look. Been staring at the guy for about 4 minutes. Oh, someone's just thrown red paint all over a chair. I think that's meant to be a dead body. That looks ridiculous, actually. Like red jelly. Gotta love a Carpenter film. Yeah. Tau are so dull. Chaos said no. where the special effects team kick it up. Already had the dude get. Oh. They must be freezing by now. The windows are all smashed. Oh no. Didn't have enough time and now he's got weird hand. Gonna be a hell of a way to go. Creepy hand. I mean, for someone that's trying to presumably blend in, that's not going to help. That's not going to help your case. Screaming at them with weird hands held up high. Especially knows the game's up. Game's up! So Chaos goes to humans and Eldor and nom 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 nom. Exactly. The effects on the 90s films are doing the business in this. The duck and hand, yeah, but the hand looks freaky with the weird long, creepy look. Creepy hand. How's the Empire coming along, Phil? You still in the chat, Phil? How's it going? Oh, I got pins and needles in my foot. It's bad. Are you actually doing the video? Oh, hell. I failed my video. I haven't posted an apology. But I didn't get mine done over Christmas. Kind of bad. I still need to paint them up. I did build some Jezzails, though. And then I've been cleaning up about 1,500 points of high elves, all on square bases. So I spent some time cleaning them up. I've got my brother coming up soon to play some more 6th edition. I realised now that I actually need to paint up quite a lot to get a full force. Already been painting up his army. Got about 2,000 points of orcs now. Field unpainted stuff, so I'm going to have to get a paint and fury on. Get the rest of my rat guys done. If I can get a 2,000, that means I can play the Screaming Bell. Very fun. 6th edition has crazy fun looking rules. Random effects that happen. Kind of looking forward to that. What do you think of the new Gene Stealer Cult Wormblade? It looks really fun. The all those characters look great. I think you might have mentioned it, but I'm really hoping that this is how they move forward with kill teams. That'd be great to get a whole bunch of characters baked in, because I think I might have been the only one, but I really enjoyed Commanders, the kill team. I like the clear leader and the character models. So hopefully, I've not digested the rules yet, but hopefully I'll get to grips with them soon. I've got a copy of the rules. I think I've got a PDF. I didn't get the White Dwarf. Bad, but yeah, the part of my new year is to get grips with all the non-compendium teams, and because I'm playing Gene Stealer Cult at the moment, I feel like that's a good place to start. Everyone knows about Phil spray painting a fully painted model silver and destroying it. Poor guy. Oh, nice Orc Army. Oh man, my brother's got an Orc Army and he had this Death Star of, I don't know if they were big lads or not that they weren't Black Orcs, but they were like the step up, like not hard boys or something like that, but they were a step up, big uns I think it is. And he had this massive unit of like 20-25 big uns with his warlord that just marched through my plague monks, then it just marched through my rat ogres, and then it just kept marching through units. So I ended up just avoiding them, which was hard to do, but I just kind of like avoided their charges just because they were just swallowing any unit they hit. But yeah, they were nasty. They were a very scary unit. Oh no, nightmare. I hope everything's alright. Oh, Doctor's just gone nuts and has smashed up the control room. Okay, okay. Okay. I go for a little bit of blue. Oh, the Ball Riders. Yeah, my brother said the same thing. He said he was trying to get some of the original boars, but he kept finding the newer ones, and he really wanted the old school 5th edition, 6th edition boars. I think he's got some now, but I'm not sure where he got them from. Probably eBay. I think he gets most of his army on eBay. So if you are looking on eBay, he's probably the person that's been snapping them up. Okay, let's try a little bit lighter blue. What's in the next 500 points then, Phil? Going to be fair. Was this what I already know? Is this the warrior monk? No. Is that his name? Warrior priest, or reason I've started bringing meant to be painting up assassins. Start building better and better lists that are those like I need. I'm not too sure if I should start trying to paint up the high elves. Seems like a large, big lump of units. Oh, great sword, hell. Oh yeah, the great cannon. Okay, yeah. More cannons. More cannons. Poor rats. Up the. Hmm. Yeah. Might as well be playing 40k. I was gonna say bringing all the guns here, man. Not fair. Although, I'm debating getting more rattling gunners. If I can get every infantry unit with a rattling gunner, because they were very nice when I played them last. They didn't do as much shooting as I hoped, just because it was hard to position them in range, and you do all the shooting before you've measured range. You can't really check because you might miss fire as soon as you declare. Kind of not annoying, but it just means it's less effective. You get really good at measuring these distances. But they were really good. They did some great work. So I am debating going a little bit more gun heavy with the Skaven. If I can get some, well, I've already got some Jezzails built, but I've only got 3 of them. If I can then paint it up, that might be quite nice to get a little mini gun line. I don't have a lot of what I realized against the orcs. I'm not sure that my heavy hitting units are as heavy hitting as I thought they were. Like the ogres just ran into these orcs and was just taken out. And I guess they're quite fast, so I probably should have been trying to outmaneuver the orcs. Yeah, I definitely did not. Oh, nice. Lord Croak models. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. Oh, so there was lots of... Oh, man, I should have come up. I was feeling a bit rubbish. I'm feeling knackered and I didn't fancy the drive. But if it's decent, I'll have to come up next time they're doing one. I'm sure there was loads of stuff I could have got. I guess that's maybe a better thing not to get that much stuff. Got a lot of stuff to paint at the moment. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Coming up soon. I know ads coming up down here soon. But I would like to get back up again. I'll bring the rats for sure. We can do like a 1,500 points. You can shoot my rats off the board. Certainly sounds like that's what's going to happen. Yeah, I do like the Rattling Gunners. I was surprised at how well they did as well. Like the idea that you just keep rolling, as long as you don't get a double, you can just keep rolling, see how many shots you get. Quite nice little mini game. Quite a cool little random little rule. Yeah, I like them. Need to get more of them. I didn't know how good they were going to be. Played them once. They were just so much fun. And I guess I don't have a lot of shooting in the list, so it was quite refreshing to have some shooting. It feels like Skaven are not really about combat. And I'd only been playing them as sort of combat. It was nice to play them more how I imagine they're meant to be played. Cold ones, nice. I always love the cold one models. Although, I don't remember if they have the really flat heads. Flathead snouts? Makes no sense, but yeah. Flathead snouts. Love all the jank. Yeah. I do think they're a fun one. A lot of them. You've got to paint a lot of minis, but... Fun. Quite a fun team to play. I still haven't got night runners. I think they are really going to be fun to play. Since you can tunnel, you can pay them to have like tunneling teams. You can tunnel them underneath the units so you can deep strike in the back. That seems like a really, really fun kind of little rule you can have with them. You know, I realize I don't talk a lot when I'm painting because I tend to be quiet when I'm concentrating. It's not really ideal for a whatever this is. I was gonna say a podcast, not a podcast. Yeah. The big Kurt Russell speech with his goggles and his hoodie on. It looks like he's gone to a Halloween party as a condom. I think this might be the test where they tie everyone to a chair. What's going on? Nice. Do love a hot glue gun for magnetizing bases. Definitely the best glue for base magnetization. Bit of hot glue. Squish the magnet on. Job done. Oop. Oh hell. This is where it becomes tricky to do this whilst remaining on camera. I do like how they come up with two different plans to identify the thing, both films. It would have been kind of rubbish if they just came up with the same plan. I quite like that. You're not just waiting for this scene to play out exactly the same. None of that circle nonsense. Ugh. Yeah, there's a lot of multitasking. I appreciate that. Cheers, Miller. I know, yeah. Plus, I've got all this crap in my face. I mean, damn. I think this is... I need to watch this back really to figure it out, but I think that camera's doing a decent job. Again, it's one of those things that I can't... It looks weird in this pixel, but I can read the writing on stuff, so it must be decent-ish quality. Wow. I mean, that's... I tell terrible jokes, Phil, but... horrendous. Yeah, I am still... I did have another look. Like, when I started making this guy up, I did start thinking, should I just save myself some hassle and put him on a square base, and then start transitioning everything over to square bases? But I'm just like, ugh, they've got such fiddly... Not this guy, but, like, they've just got such fiddly little ankles. I feel like if I start, like, clipping them off... And then I've already made the movement trays about 4 different times. And then it'd be like a 5th time to do the movement trays. But I would, that being said, I would quite like them all on square bases, so it's a proper 6th edition army. But maybe I just save all that for the high elves. Because that's like a proper, all metal, kind of proper high elf army. Maybe they can be my proper 6th edition army. It's too late now. I should have listened to Phil. Should have put them on square bases, Phil, you were right. There you go. Gonna try and do a final bit of highlight on this. And then we can see if this looks decent enough for black armor. I think it'll start looking much better once everything else is done. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have a little look to see if it is red shoulder pads on the Black Legion. I think it is. Black Legion. Oh no, it looks like it's... Oh, it's black. Oh hell, I'm wrong. And just red cloth. Okay, fair dues. More black highlighting then. For some reason I thought it was black shoulder pads. Red shoulder pads. I guess I could make one of them red. Maybe I should make it gold. That should be red, yes. Not gonna be a lot of red on him. Yeah, I'm gonna make that shoulder pad red. So he's got that bit of red to him still. key on a square base will be good. I mean, I like them better on a circle base just for aesthetics wise, because it's a nice, you know what I mean? There's no, he doesn't have to sit like that or like that. He can go anyway. And he's not going to be part of a unit. Actually, is he? Does the Vermin Lord join a unit? They probably all do, don't they? Oh, hell. Well, I've got some ogres. I guess he would join the rat ogres. Ah. Yep. I should have squared based them, but it's done now. I used flat black. Well, not flat black, just black from model color. That's a nice kind of matte black. Then I've used abyssal blue from scale color. Scale 75, is it scale 75? And then I've just put in a bit of Caspian blue to it to do the second highlight. So I'm going for a more blue-black look. Yeah, that's the highlights I'm doing. Yeah, red for this guy. Yeah, I think they would look cool red. Maybe I do this one red, and that one can be the gold. So he's got more gold, because that's going to be red. But yeah, I wouldn't do the shoulder pad red. Red, and then the red bits there. Decided. Yeah, that makes sense. And I'm using more scale 75 for the red. I'm going to start with a nice dark red. It is called Indian Shadow. For whatever that's worth. I'm going to pop this on. And I guess I might work that into the weird horn he's got and blend that into a more naturally horn-like colour. They're all tooling up for the last battle now. Although it's weird because they're all blocking the exits. But obviously they're in with them. Ooh. I really need to like point out a little area where I need to keep the mini, don't I? Get some tape out. Feels like it's getting way too professional then. There we go, let's paint up here as well. We can bring some of that red into the horn colour. Oh, why'd you let McCready in? Dun dun dun. No, I don't think I don't think they've scavenged Custodes armor. In my like head canon for them, they've just basically had a battle with them and then just picked up their weapons because their weapons are better than what they were using. I'm kind of thinking that they are possessed that have almost calmed down a little bit, just because they were very old possessed, so they've got over that stage of being rampant kind of beasts of chaos to being a little bit more like the I forget the name of them, like the Lupercal. Not the Lupercal, that's his name. But like the Lupercae, I want to say. Like those guys in 40k that are kind of like the sons of Horus possessed. So I kind of think of them more like that, more tactical possessed that can kind of like change at will, sort of like the Argol Tau, and let the demon in at specific times. And then these horns grow from their armor, but they're still in control. They just kind of let the demon do its thing. So that's my kind of head canon for them, and I've just noticed a hair sticking out of this guy's arm. Don't know if you can see it on here. Didn't get it because it's now stuck in. Oh hell. McCready's back in. He fought his way back in, and he's got dynamite. He's doing the classic Jabba the Hutt gambit. Oh, hey. I'm gonna have to get this because it's annoying me. Okay. Roughly got it. Oh. Right, a tackle Kurt Russell from behind. Not gonna happen. Oh. No, he's killed him. I think this is where his head falls off and becomes a spider. Oh, I've not seen that. Oh, read that, I should say. Night Lords. I do like the Night Lords, though. It's kind of like that with the Raptors. Because they ended up getting inadvertently mutated. And the other... Oh, God, I've forgotten the name. I forgot the name of the Legion. Oh, here's the good bit, though. They're about to jump Kurt when head spider comes off. This has got to be the best bit of CGI ever. When he's doing the heart compressions and then his chest opens and bites his arms out, and he's just like holding his arms out. Quality. I'm actually going to sit back and watch this bit because this bit is brilliant. Oh. Shocks him. Checks the pulse. They're just about to jump McCready. Oh! I mean, that is epic as he just pulls his arms out. Nice. And then it's just... Oh. Oh. And then some weird sort of hairy-necked spider climbs out of his stomach. And then his head itself, the neck stretches. Oh, it's so good. So good. Yeah. I mean, absolutely. Kurt Russell is still the baddest man in TV and film forever. Snape Plissken. I mean, I was going to watch Escape from LA. I knew I was going to watch a Kurt Russell film. Oh, and that slick, the tongue that goes and then hooks him away. I mean, that is epic. There you go. Look at that. So good. I'm going to do this and turn that, keep that going. No, is that going to turn that off? Oh no, it still keeps it on. So it's... Just looking at the Black Legion now. I mean, they're a cool looking guy, but they've got lots of gold on them. I really need some more gold on these guys. I mean, they wants the gold. I'm going to start putting in some gold trim, actually. If that starts making it feel a little bit more black. Ooh. Oh, now everyone's tied to chairs. Let's do what Max says. Yeah, he's not dodgy at all. Gonna blatantly try and kill him. Yeah, that's close enough, Clark. You ain't tying me up. Well, then I'll have to kill you, Charles. Okay, maybe I'll get tied up. Oh. He just ran at him. Why is he called Windows? Kind of a rubbish nickname that they never explain. The blood test. Quite a cool little thing. Every little piece of him is a whole. When a man bleeds. Cracked it. Oh, that's a sloppy cut. Get a needle. Okay, that's looking a bit better. Looking a bit more Black Legion-esque. Afternoon, Fransax, how's it going? We're at the stage where they are doing the blood test in the thing. Figure out who is a thing. Which is a great bit. I'm painting Chaos Custodes as the talons of the War Master. I'm painting them like they are Black Legion. I've never painted before, and I've gone for like a black, blue, black. Black, blue, black? A blue, black. As opposed to a grey, black. I might have to darken down with a black wash if it gets a little bit too blue. Ooh. Looks like Windows is safe. No one's very happy about being tied to chairs, as you might imagine. Yeah, Black Legion Talons. Talons of the War Master. It's my Chaos Custodes team, so I'm going for greater, possessed kind of looking models. And I've geared them out with, like, this is the sword and the shield, and this is the spear, sentinel spear equivalents. And I don't have any Sisters of Silence equivalents. I'm just have stolen their weapons to use. This is pure nonsense. Doesn't prove a thing. Oh, well, that actually worked. And then the great scene where all the blood races towards him and you just start shaking. So cool. And now his eyes are popping out of his skull. As they do. As they do. I'm not sure when you said that, are you making Cult of Silent Sisters? I debated doing it, but I'm not sure how I would do it. Someone suggested, like, Chaos Battle Sisters. Oh dear. Ooh. His head's just split apart and he's now choking him. Unlucky. So I'm not too sure, but I would quite like to do them. I was debating getting some Necromunda gangs and having them as like chunky looking cultists, and maybe that'll be who my Sisters of Silence are. Well, that might be quite a cool thing. But I'm not too sure who to take. Like the Vigilators have got the big swords, they've got the Flamers. Just need to check on the actual units to see which ones I should be taking. If I should be taking just saw it as the stunt double with the Flamer. Guess Kurt Russell wasn't allowed the Flamer. Probably too dangerous, right? Unlucky, buddy. Looking at all these people smashing through the walls relatively easy. Has anyone played the Thing game, actually? That was a great game. Yeah, you know what? I thought the that Warcry band that is the with the big hair, they all look like that character from Mortal Kombat who whips her hair around and grabs you. They would be good ones. I've got some of them, but I put them up as actual the Warcry band. But they would be cool, kind of to do as the Dark Sisterhood. I don't know what I'd call them. Sisters of Silence. I guess Noise Marines would be the opposite of Sisters in Silence, but yeah, I'm not too sure. It'd be weird because they couldn't actually be corrupted Sisters of Silence because they're nulls. It would have to be just regular humans. But yeah, that'd be cool to do. Almost like assassins. Might do some more of this red. Cut me loose. Cut me loose, damn it. He knows he's not the Thing. And he'd like to spend the rest of the evening not tied to this chair. Okay. And you love the ginger. You've got a ginger beard, man? What are you talking about? You haven't been giving me that. Alright, mate. Catch you later. If you're about later, give us a ring. Because Emma's out all day, so I'm bored, basically. Anyway, catch you later, Phil. I'm gonna try some of this red. Alright, can you roll crit? Suggested all 5 Flamers sisters. You can take a mix, can't you? Yeah, that's what I understood. Blades and bolters. Yeah, I wouldn't go Flamers personally. I mean, he might be onto something. From what I know, he's a more accomplished player. That might be something he's onto. It seems like people are quite kind of knowledgeable about getting out of torrent range. It might be harder to get off. Maybe when he was suggesting it, it was a while ago when they were just coming out, but Be interested to see. I might have to look at his video. I'll try and find some models that would look cool. Escher would look cool, actually. Because then it would actually be a conversion challenge as opposed to using those other models, which are pretty much already set up to be. Although I'd have to put bolters on the ones I wanted to be bolter. Yeah, Escher would be quite. What's the other one? Do Van Sar have females as well? I feel like they might do. Yeah, quite an early release. Yeah, that makes sense. At the time, Torrent was like, oh crap, everyone was kind of just bolting, running hordes together before they were like, oh well, Blast will kill everyone. So they got used to running them 2 inches apart. Oh, they found the ship. Flame is yeah, I don't know what it is about Flame. They do so little damage. I mean, they hit a lot, but you're gonna save. You're gonna make your saves. So if you're hitting, you need all of your hits to go through. Otherwise, all of the saves are made. Well, actually, if you got a 4-up, maybe not. Yeah, I think when I made up a list, just on my phone when I was kit bashing these, and I thought if I was to run Sisters of Silence, I would do 2 of the Great Blades, and 3 bolters and 2 blades, because I felt like what the Custodes are lacking. Well, they're not actually lacking much, to be fair, are they? They can do everything. But if I was running this guy as a shield, I would need... maybe if I had them, I would take all bolters with the sisters and run the 2 Custodes as shields and swords. So they're a bit more melee focused. Whereas if I was running all Custodes, I would take 2 of each, just because I think the Guardian Spear is just better. But you want the survivability of the Invuln save, don't you? But yeah. Only 1 female per sprue, Van Sar and Delac. Yeah. Not great. I just like the Van Sar. I won't basically want an excuse to get the Van Sar set, because I like the Van Sar set. But if it's not, it's probably not good enough. Well, this red needs to be a lot brighter, doesn't it? Needs to really be like... I mean, the gold's going to get a lot brighter as well, but I haven't done the helmet. Maybe I should have done this as red armor. Or maybe gold on that bit. Or power weapon color. You do an evil purple. I don't know why purple's always evil. Feels evil. Of all the colors. Okay, let's get a bit more gold. Must admit, I'm starting with a very dull bronze. I'm gonna have to lighten this up a lot. I don't know why I started this one. I should start with Retributor. A nice gold, just a solid gold color. I thought this was Retributor when I reached it from the shelf. Happy accidents, eh? And now painting whatever color this is. Rune Lord Brass. There it is, eh? Oh, that was a close one. Stuff's blowing up. They're going room to room, just destroying the place. Vandals, eh? Be a derby on. Yeah, I could go for like... Might be cool to mix them up. Have a couple of random models representing different types. Like go for a Van Sar for what you call it, the bolters. The thing is, I quite like the actual minis for the Sisters of Silence. It might be that I should just try and chaos them up. because then I'll definitely have the right loadouts. I could just add some random bits. That actually be the way to go. Never had I mean, I always wanted them from the... Because they were a kill team, an old kill team as well, briefly. That must have been a White Dwarf add-on, because I remember them coming on. Like, Battle Scribe at some point. I was like, oh, nice. Went through a stage of collecting all of the kill teams for the old edition as best I could. But I never got round to Sisters of Silence. Really a cool one because I quite like them. But never got round to it. Oh hell. This is becoming difficult to actually paint them from this far away. Without making mistakes. Yeah, I definitely need to figure out a different way to set up the cameras so I can still paint. Oh, were they the Empire Flagellants? Ben, you said that Manning the Fort did a cool kit bash with the novitiates, flaming head people. I know the Empire's Flagellants have the classic flame head guy. I don't know if they have more than one. I always like that model. That might be quite cool. I think I'll have to check out the video. Do you like Manning the Fort? Nice. I think I've got some, like, I can't remember what they're called, but I've got some random Necromunda models from like an attic find. I don't know what gang they're from. They're definitely like, they might actually be Gorkamorka, like youths. They'd be quite good. Actually got some what's the Cawdor. I've got some Cawdor gangers that I was gonna turn into cultists for a word bearer list, because they're very cool for word bearers. And then I was going to do them as scouts for my Black Templar list just before the new edition was launched. So I got them and then never ended up doing them. I thought I'll wait until the new kill team and see if that's, you can still mix and match, and obviously you can't. But I never bothered painting them up. Now I've got a bunch of four-door guys that I could use as cultists, but they pretty much look like normal cultists, to be honest. They don't need much change for, like, at all to turn them into cultists, which is kind of a shame. I'd kind of like to have to do some work. I was a bit lazy just being like, well, they're Cawdor. They don't need to be converted. But then I would be able to get them done quicker, which would be nice. Oh. He's all alone. Very difficult to do from so far away. Dark Angel's Fallen, yeah. Yeah. That'd be quite cool. I always like the idea of the Fallen. Luther and his boys. I always wanted to do a unit of, you guys know the Word Bearers that well. The Word Bearers, they've got Corferon, who basically is too old for the change to cross the old Rubicon. Not the Rubicon. Not Primaris, but he's too old by the time they start converting the Legion over. So he ends up getting like a power suit built for him. Sort of like, Terminator suit, and he's got these power claws that are very specific for him. I always like the idea of just these human grizzled war vets that have had rejuvenate like treatment, so they're still alive but thousands of years old, that are able to hold their own against like Space Marines and the Chaos Space Marines. I always thought that'd be a cool idea. Yeah, the Fallen are cool. Oh, he's blowing up the big base. Problem with being this far away, I'm getting gold on the annoying trim. But I hate trim. Okie dokie. Cover that mistake up. Everyone else painting, assuming people are painting. Oh. Yeah, Russell. Last man standing. Oh. Not quite. Buddy Charles is there. Yeah, I can imagine. My freehand experience so far is just Skaven stuff, which is... Actually, I did some Imperial fists, but they're quite easy to do. Relatively easy to do. I did some Skaven banners, and that's about the most I've done. It's quite easy to do Skaven banners, because their language is basically scratchy lines. But I can imagine doing like heraldic symbols for the Fallen would be a bit of a test. Be cool, though. Oh! Ben, I did Burr for the first time. I'm not sure it looks quite as good as your Vestroyan guys, but I basically just I didn't say how I did it. I'm not sure if this is how you do it. I just blobbed it down, and I just got a little file with a point and just kind of like smushed it away to try and create these little hair rivulets. And the thing is, because the old model is so poor, like it basically, I think that's how they did the old metal minis. It actually fits in really well with this guy's head because it looks just the same. Doesn't look as good as like the actual bits of fur on his arms here done by the modern sculpt, but it looks great against the old one. I remember you saying it was quite, you found it quite easy, but I'd never tried it before. Yeah, very technical. Oh yeah, Bretonians. I found some Bretonians, like minus their horses though. I didn't realize I had them. I found I had like 20 Bretonian archers, which I think I bought for a D&D session. And then I found maybe 10 of the questing knights with the lancers. So I've got bodies, heads, arms, everything. I just need all the horses, and unfortunately the horses are the ones that are expensive online. It's like £8 to eBay a horse, which is just, I mean, it's why people have printers now, I guess. The worst. Why did they ever stop printing old minis? Presumably they've got the files. They haven't just, like, unless the entire thing was they updated their computer system and lost all the Bretonian files, and they're like, oh, let's just discontinue the line. Like, that's obviously not what happened. I don't know why they didn't just make them available for everyone. Shotgun. Shotgun. Yeah, it is quite bright. I'm just looking up the Black Legion now. It does seem like it's quite a bright, like a red turning into orange almost. Yeah, the old Archer models are great. They're too far away for me to get, but I like the solid pose, and they've got their arrows like in there, built into their base, which is quite a cool thing. Like just stab them into the ground. My box of, this is how good it is. This is the attic find that just says Warhammer figures, and this is the attic find box that I've got. So I organized it obviously because that's, you know, the kind of sad guy I am. So I've got, this is all from an attic find. I've stripped some of them because some of them had paint on them, but these archers, these are the old archers, so they're all just as they were. I've cleaned them up, cleaned up the mold lines, but I've got 20 of them. And I've got, these old school dragon princes, I think they were called. They were led by, I'm trying to do this upside down, this handsome fella who was stripped. And then these guys are my favorite, the Sword Masters of Hoeth. Oh. I'm trying to find the time at some point to paint all of these. The aim was, oh, I got the bolt thrower. Love this thing. The old school repeat bolt thrower. I don't know why I'm making the sounds. Probably wouldn't be how it sounded. Got some old school Blood Bowl Dark Elves in here as well. Look at the lipstick. Whoever's painted this has done some proper work on the lipstick here. She's obviously been in the taxi when she was putting that on, because it is all over her face. This guy's cool with his long leather feeler glove. I mean, that looks creepy as hell. I guess that's so the poison doesn't run on him, but still does kind of look Michael Jackson-y. And we've got some old school Dark Reapers, and I got more of these guys. Some of the old school striking Scorpions and Dire Avengers. 40k. Oh, these are the guys I was talking about. You mentioned Necromunda. The minis. It just says Ganger, and it doesn't say the gang they're part of, so I don't know who these... Orlocks? I can only think Orlocks. It just says Ganger, though. They're the only ones they remotely look like. This is an old school orc with one arm. Got a noose around his head? I've just noticed that. Got this. Looks like a noose around his head. Lovely. But yeah, not too sure what these guys are. I'm thinking Orlocky, because they've got the headbands, maybe. But yeah, that is my box of Warhammer fantasy to build up. Emma likes elves, so I was thinking if I build an entire elven army, you'll have to play fantasy, right? I could actually ask if people around the area play fantasy. I might be able to find... I've been putting it off, because I didn't want to be asking people if they played 6th edition still, and then turn up with round bases, because the judgment's real. So I thought if I build and paint up some elves on square bases, then the purists, if someone's like, oh, I can play 6th edition, but all my units are on circle, I can be like, don't worry, buddy, I got you. And then I can bring my Skaven. But if they're like, yeah, I play 6th edition, but I'm actually hardcore, and if you come with circles, I'm going to stab you. You come with a circle base, I come at you with a knife. Then I can be like, don't worry, got square bases. Although, if they say that, I'll probably just be like, you know what, actually I'm busy. It's like, we didn't set a date. It's like, well, whenever it is, I'm busy. But yeah, I do like square bases, and Phil's gone now, but he was right. I don't know why, it just works better for the old rank and flank. I do... Thing is, I just like a circle base just looks better. Like, nice and even. It's nice and presented nicely, but... yeah, for the actual gameplay, it does seem to work better on square bases. Ooh, I'll show you this, actually. I mean, I've no idea who's still here, but I'm building this for the narrative campaign. So I realize I don't have a lot of scenery for when the Genestealer cult are like underneath, and I wanted them to be like, I've got this mission in my mind where they're going to I'm gonna have to write these down, all these custom missions, but I've got a custom mission in mind where they're gonna bury up into an Imperial compound, and I thought it'd be cool to get the scene of them like walking through, like, it actually look good then, like walking through a tunnel, like these. Might magnetize the bottom, actually. That'd be actually, that's way too much work. But have them kind of like, and then having the camera here, so we've got a nice little view of them kind of running through a corridor. And I left a little hole here so that I could like maybe put a little LED light on, or in, not on. That's not the right word. But yeah, so I thought I'd make some. This is the first bit of scenery I'm making purely for filming. Just a cargo container, and I've kind of like reinforced the back so that it's got a bit of strength to it. But yeah, I've got another cargo container, so I was debating doing something else with that, making a little hub, so that I could I don't know, have like ladders going up, so it's almost like an interchange part of a, you know what I mean, right? And like a sewer system where you go in and you can go up to the surface, obviously. So I was going to try and do a second bit there, and then make a like just like for a filming thing. I thought that'd be quite. I'm going to use the word cool, but obviously I'm not sure that applies to anything I'm doing. But I'm going to say cool. It would be cool to do this. But yeah. See what's going on. Yeah, the Swordmasters are cool. I love the Swordmaster Hoeth. They're just such cool models. Oh, you got the old Knight. Oh, no. Did you start that recently? Because those Bretonnians sell like now, if you were selling them. If you sold them recently, you would have made some serious bucks. Yeah, more Lizardmen. That's a cool set, though. That's a great set. Again, cool. Yeah, it's a really cool set. Orlocks. Yeah, I think, yeah, they did look like Katachan. They do look like Katachan, don't they? Yeah, it is a great haul. My mind does not work, but I appreciate it. Do you mean this? And we're back. We've only gone a little bit of time. Yeah. So that's what this is for. I'm going to paint this mainly with sponges. I don't know why I say that like it's like I'm confessing something to you. Yeah. And we're back. Hey, we were experiencing some minor tech difficulties. Oh, in the night. Yeah, that makes more sense. Well, I've got yeah. That was a great set. I remember that set. I think I got that set as well, which is why I still had those. I don't know what happened with the Lizardmen, though. They are great, though. Why are they called Seraphon now? I know it's just so that Games Workshop can copyright the name. But Lizardmen just work. I'm not sure Seraphon works. It must mean something in a different language, right? It must be like Latin for lizard. Yeah. It's probably not Latin for lizard. You know what? I'm going to check it out. If it's Latin for lizard, I will probably not do anything. I'm going to put in Latin. No. What does Seraphon mean? I think it's just a word. Fair enough. Just a word. Yeah. Yeah, the Swordmasters are great. I do love the Swordmasters of Hoeth. They're going to be fun painting, I hope. Like, I hope everything's going to be fun painting. The problem is there's so many of them. That's why I like the Skaven thing of doing them 500 points at a time. But like, that's just an entire army. I'm just like, oof. But yeah. Yeah, it does give me Space Hulk vibes as well. It would be cool to do more, like put a roof on it as well, and then try and have. Well, I love the idea, but it's way too much work. And I don't want to be someone who just says all these ideas and never does any of them. So I tend to be quiet when I've got ideas, just because if I know I'm not going to do them, what's the point in mentioning them? But I would love the idea of having like a 3D board where there's a layer underneath, which is just like these intersecting kind of like tunnels, like Arena, basically. Like have Kill Team Arena underneath a Kill Team game, and have like it if you go under the the manholes. What am I talking about? The sewers. If you go in the sewers, it wouldn't be literally underneath. It would be a board next to the board, which has like access points where I would be placing, like, I guess you would have to have a token to be like, that's a manhole cover, and have them basically underneath it. That would be a cool game. I mean, it would be a complicated game. And for a game that's relatively new still, it's probably a bit much to ask to be like, you're going to be playing on a 3D board. I mean, the board's already 3D. So a board with an extra board underneath it. But that would be cool. You know what might be quite... Actually, I could probably do something similar. But just build an entire board like this. Film a game with my Gene Stealer cult versus Emma's... I don't know, I guess it would just be the guard, wouldn't it? Maybe they've come down into the sewers to fight them. And then have it play on top of another completely separate battle report, but have it as like happening simultaneously. Maybe that's a bit much. That might be a bit much. That's 2 separate games instead of one long game. But yeah. But anyway, I might quite like the idea of doing... Yeah, like the... was it in Big Bang? No, it isn't that. It is in Star Trek where they have that weird... Because they play it in Big Bang Theory, the weird checkers. Space chess, which is all on those separate layers. Yeah, basically that is what I'm thinking of. I have no idea. It's just what it was only what was in the box that I've got. So I've got a chariot with 2. It's got all the horses, but it had no actual models on the chariot. So I bought on eBay a guy with a spear and a guy with a bow and arrow. I don't know why I had to do that, as if you wouldn't get it if I was like a guy with a spear without doing a little stabby. But him, and then a guy with a bow and arrow to go on the back of the chariot. And I've got a unicorn, which is weird because I'm not sure they do unicorns anymore. Where are you? Yeah. So I got this, which I don't remember seeing. It might be a 5th edition thing. I don't actually have the 6th edition codex yet. But there's this lady. This kind of crazy looking lady who's riding a unicorn. I need to fill in this guy with some green stuff because I didn't realize how bad it was, but he's pretty bad. But yeah, so I don't know who this is. I mean, I've seen her online. I think I'm just going to use her as a high elf mage, but... Oh, is it wood? Yeah, that makes sense to me that it was wood elves, because I'm like, how would she be in high elves? She does kind of look wood elfy. Maybe I sell her to get more high elf stuff. If she's not something I can use in the high elves, I might just sell her, which is heresy to sell such an old model. I'll see if it's worth anything, and if it's worth a lot, I'll sell it and get some more high elves. It's quite a cool little model. It's not little at all, it's ridiculous. Oh. I'm worried about my desk more than the model. Don't sell it. Nah, yeah. I find it really hard to sell any kind of old school minis just because I want to paint them. And that is my theory about life. Did it just cut out? Oh, no. Guess you'll never know. Yeah, I think I'll just proxy her as... I put her in the list as just like a sorcerer. Sorceress. Be gender specific. Yeah, so I'm just going to do that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this has been relatively successful, although it's very hard to paint. I need to get a setup where the mic just hangs over my head, I think. Like from a cable. Like it's a boxing match. And like, I'm Bruce Buffer. Or Bruce Buffer's brother. That'd be good. Not if I was him, because he's old, but if I had a mic that hung down, that'd be decent. Right. Well, I'm going to have a coffee. And I guess I'm going to go. Again, thanks very much for joining me on my impromptu test kind of thing. I still haven't figured out how I'm going to do this properly. I would like to get like a couple of more regular dates set up where I do kind of streaming. And this seems to have worked better. I'm going to watch it back and see, but this seems to have been better quality for the old camera. I need to find out a way to actually be able to paint without being like this far from the miniature. Everything's in the way. Reet petite. And there are some floating geese. That doesn't rhyme. Reet. Well, I'm gonna head off. Hope you have a nice Sunday. Rest of your Sunday is lovely. You've earned it. You. Not the others, just you. You've earned it. You know who you are. Reet. Alright, see you guys later, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Still doing